Guys, back with another Australian 7-point Highlander match. We've won the die roll and we'll be on the play. Opener, bit awkward, can produce a turn 3 Khan or Reality Smasher. But I think an average mulligan will be a bit more exciting. Send this Tolarian Candelabra, but the Candelabra is not going to be adding any mana without a few more artifacts. I'm going to try 5. I'll keep this. It is tough going down to 5 and deciding if you want to keep the misstep or not. If they don't have a misstep target, you invalidate too much of your hand, so I'll keep. Definitely don't need one of these baubles. I guess this bauble's probably slightly better. I like Seagate Refuge when you mulligan a lot, so I'm happy to keep that. I'll keep the green source to keep other draws live, and then Kozak's Command is a good 2 for 1, so I'll keep that. I think I'm okay with dropping the misstep. Well, no, I'll hold on to it. We'll play a bit of a slower game. I'm going to drop the bauble as well. What a ways to play this. Let's go like this. Dark Ritual, okay. Kind of glad I have my misstep. Not sure what I would put my opponent on with the Dark Ritual in hand. I'll take a pick up. Probably something unfair. Rhetorical. Proper Storm. Let's see. Glad I kept my misstep in either situation. The mine isn't really that relevant now that I've got a city. What's this? It's not him. That'd be brutal. Brutality. It's pretty good. Yeah, it'll get my command. Can't do anything about it. It's unfortunate. I was hoping to keep both of these. Between the two of these, you can actually make a pretty decisive amount of mana. Like a spawn for. Oh, I took a misstep. That is a surprise. Maybe they're a Reanimator? I know they've got the Dark Ritual, so maybe they just want to power out a Sheoldred or something. Tough to say what they're trying to go for. Yeah, well, I'm pretty comfortable to say they're Reanimator. Which is so strange that they wouldn't take the Kozak's Command unless they don't know it exiles cards from graveyard. Are they just trusting that I'm going to tap out? I'm pretty tempted to. I'll play it a little slower. The advantage of this is that we can, if we draw another land next turn, we can also kick Microspawn, and we're safe against them trying to Reanimator Attractor this turn with a command up. Part of me just wants to, if we make it to end step, just exile Atraxa and draw a card. Hate it. Okay. Pretty scary. Okay, well they just don't. Unless they've got Force. Otherwise they don't know how this card works. Or maybe Daze. Either way, I'm definitely going to be trying to exile that Atraxa and draw a card. I'll draw, exile that. There's a lot of modes on Kozak's command, so I wouldn't be too surprised if they missed it. Oh, I got Daze. No Daze, that's good. And I find a Grim Monolith that does give me the extra mana for kick Microspawn, so I'll go ahead and keep it. Now we know their hand is just Dark Ritual, 2 mystery cards. Oh, there you go. I just forgot about that mode. So hitting their blue source off the Microspawn's pretty juicy. Khan's cool as well. Oh, Khan's really good. I'm just getting a Khan for Graph Diggers. That's going to be pretty good against Reanimator deck. I always feel bad if I'm using Kozak's command and I'm not making Scions and drawing a card. But if it means preventing an Atraxa, I'll make an exception. Yeah, Daze. Why didn't you Daze the Atraxa? Well, Daze the Kozak's command. Weird. Um, if they just use this turn as a setup turn, I can Monolith for or Monolith down to Khan and then get Lattice, so that's probably what I'll be going for. Especially now that Daze has been used. Obviously don't have a Force. Looks like the... Okay, well that prevents that. Let's see what we draw. could pivot to um, getting liquid metal coating. I could also micro spawn, get Saga, play Chalice, or get Relic. Both of those seem pretty good. Saga's going to be enough pressure to kind of seal the deal, and then Relic should be enough disruption to keep me safe. So I think that's a good balance of the two. I could see Chalice just being better than a Relic, but maybe I might actually go with Chalice. The fact they have no big creature to reanimate makes me more inclined to do the Chalice line. If they already had a big creature, then there's a lot of 2 mana reanimate spells that could bring it back, but the Chalice should kind of stop their setup turns, like any cantrips to try and work their way out of it. We'll try Chalice. Obviously, there's some sequences that are just going to cast 2/2 drops that put it all together, but they could also respond here to like a with an Entomb, but I think this is a good mix of disruption and a quick clock. Start hitting him with the talisman. Always love that. Yeah, this is pretty scary. Into like a 2 mana reanimation spell would be pretty brutal. Okay, no big creature. Didn't even untap the lands. Can I cast Emrakul? 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. No. We can Emrakul next turn. If you like. I think just casting Emrakul's got to be pretty safe bet. So this is going to put land and enchantment in the bin. So I have 5 types of Emrakul. So 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Or use days. Yep, that sounds good to me. It's amazing how many lands I've put into play and artifact mana and all that, and this city trade is still sitting around. I think I played it like turn 3. Cool. Alright, I think our sideboard is actually pretty well tuned against Reanimator. Played against Angus enough times that I do respect the deck a lot. I'm quite scared of it. So Grafdigger's Relic, Vexing Bauble, Trinosphere, Breaker, Chalice, Kozilek. even just bouncing. Bouncing Grizzlebrand's okay. Bouncing Atraxus, I mean, I guess it's fine. Inoffensive might be okay, and it also hedges against potential sideboard cards, so fine to bring it in. I think the rest I'm going to leave on the board. Bring in 8 cards, it's quite a lot. What's not good? Miracle's good, Ormog's good. Ballista's kind of small fry. It's not really about drawing a lot of cards this matchup, so Neldrift is pretty bad. Ballis dusting their one thing doesn't sound that appealing. I don't mind like devouring it because you get a 6/6 body out at the end of it. Same with Ugin. So like these kind of spot removal answers are fine, but Always Dust for sweeping everything up isn't quite that necessary. It's good if they're doing like the World Gorger stuff, but the new way that World Gorger plays out, it ends up getting an anger in the bin, so it kills you on the turn they do it. So sorcery speed wipe the board is gonna save us if they have that configuration. Let's cut these Mopey 3-drops. Bring the 8. And I'll trim the Candelabra, as often it just gets caught up in a Brotherhood's End or put under an Elrod, so happy with this. It is important to like limit your exposure to artifact hate post sideboard. Some people bring it in, some people don't, but there's enough artifacts that I think most people do, and it's pretty well justified. So trying to trim artifacts where you can is good. I like to do that with Candelabra. It does have this card, which is pretty nice in the matchup, but casting at turn 3 is not going to be good enough. If it's guaranteed to hit a soul land, maybe I keep, but I don't want to risk that. Again, we have Cossacks Command. This is still not doing anything quick enough. It's got some nice pieces, but just not the mana to power it out. This hand's fine. Breaker's ages away. I'm happy to keep the Vexing Bauble. Let's drop the tower. Not a good 5. Not that interactive. Not that quick for clock. You kind of need to think about Reanimator as a combo deck. Oh, that's a good draw. Yeah, so your role is either to present a bunch of lock pieces or kill them quick. This hand really doesn't either. Vexing Bauble is just kind of a nuisance, but not really a lock piece per se. So where's the top? Never like to see that. Paying mana for probe on turn 2 is pretty unexpected. Alright, true. Vexing Bauble. If I drew probe, I would cast it for life without hesitation. That's a nice pickup. One short of smashing. Not sure if I want to play the Saga this turn. I think I want to play Smasher next turn. In which case I'd be foregoing the opportunity of making a construct. And since I haven't got a lot else going on, I don't really want to miss that chance. That said, you also do want to get to the last chapter with Saga quickly to get the get a relic or get a graph diggers. I'm not sure how to play this one. Let's play out the Soul Ring, and if it were to get spell pierced or something, then okay. So it gets through. Let's play on smashing next turn. I kind of want to just crack this bauble at this point. D2. I won't crack it just yet, but I'll crack it in a turn most likely. Yeah, I really need to find some kind of interaction. They've already used that probe. I guess we're holding on to it to play around days is something, but I think I need a card. Could make a Merit Edge. A few ways to play it now. If we just crack caves, get Thespian stage. That sounds like it'll make it Merit Labs next turn. Is that better than playing Smasher this turn? Honestly, it is. Yeah, it is. Play it slow. Maybe us leaving up mana is going to mean that they respect Kozak's command. VT as well. VT and DT. Hard to imagine something bad doesn't happen this next turn. Is DT back to 2 points? I think they're both 2 points now. 4 points? Surely these 4 points are better than my 4 points. Frantic. I would guess Atrax is their reanimate target of choice, which isn't that bad against. Well, a Merit Edge pretty well checks an Atraxa, unless they want to do World Gorgeous stuff. Tendrils. Whoa. That's confusing. Are we storming or? No, okay. Whatever happens, it's gonna hurt. If they activate Grizzlebrand again, they do. I can Urza's Cave for uh, for the phase out card, which I think is good. Means they won't go in life here, and then maybe by some miracle this Smasher just resolves and steals the game. I think that's a better. I mean, it's not a great plan, but it's better than get their spin stage, cop the hit from Grizzlebrand, and then hope to Dark Depths the following turn. Like they're gonna do so much between now and then. Oof, yikes. Like 6, oh, 8 mana? Yeah. Hard to imagine we survive this. Wasn't sure how they were gonna make mana, or make a lot of mana, but before you know it, they're up to 10 black mana. So probably dead. LED. Sure. 13 cards in hand. They did discard the tendrils, but they must have some kind of Yorg's Will. Yeah, okay. Interesting deck, like a hybrid Reanimator Storm. Sacrifice my Grizzlebrand. Like okay. With that in mind, do we want to change anything? Maybe Candelabra is okay. It just goes a bit quicker. I guess if they're shallow graving, and I guess by extension they're big Goriosing, they're not just trying to keep a big thing in play and kill us with it. They're trying to play it, draw a bunch, sacrifice it, and then kill on the spot. So this Wastecape Battle Mage looks pretty bad. Ugin looks pretty bad. Devourer's pretty bad, but it still has an opening game effect, so I'm happy to keep it. I guess we have to keep one of these things. I mean, they can just reanimate a big thing, so being able to have a couple answers to it is still good. Yeah, that's fine. Hopefully we can keep more than 5 cards this game. Multi 5 is... Sometimes your 5s have got Soul Ring, Thought Knot turn 2, and just like... They're not really... You're not really fussed about going to 5, you just cast a couple powerful things quickly and then you win the game, but if that's not the case, then the 5 hurts. Looks like the opponent's changing their sideboard play. Or they just went to the bathroom. Okay. So that's pretty good. Turn 2 Thought Knot. And K command follow up. That's great. Glad I started in this breaker to be exiled. Appreciate your service, breaker. Thank you for coming out today. Hopefully we just see a cantrip from them. I think if I can resolve both of these spells, I'll win the game. But it's a big if. Okay, no thoughts is a good start. Okay, resolve. What have we got here? Jeez. What a beautiful hand. Okay, Meltdown and a Braid I couldn't care less about. We're just going to not play any artifacts this game and be glad that they've got 2 bricks in their hand. Kind of one of the beautiful parts of this Eldrazi deck is a lot of hands just don't need to cast an artifact to win the game. I think Entomb is the most relevant card. Brutality is pretty scary if they draw. I assume they'll get a Surveil land here. They're not just going to run out the Entomb on end step. So let's say they get Surveil land, play land 2, and try and hit this Kozilek's command. Then I'd be pretty boned. So let's take the Brutality. I guess they would have it with Lotus Petal as well. If they scry into like Reanimate, then yeah, good beats. But I think given most likely they're just going to cast Brutality. Let's just take that. Looking for a graveyard here. Keeps on top. Don't like that. I'm a bit scared. Okay. Looks like we'll be able to at least cast both of our spells. Doesn't want Entomb on instead. I guess. Looks like they're just trying to do it all in one turn, but. Brainstorm's fine. If we do make it to end step and there's no fatty in the graveyard and yeah, I'll definitely. I still need to cast this command. I can't. I mean, I could just hold it up, but I think casting it, having 3 looks at like a lock piece or some other kind of action, um, is pretty good. It is a bit questionable because if I turn the K command into like an artifact lock piece, then it opens it up to getting abraded or meltdown. But they're also under a lot of pressure from the thought knot that it might just be okay to risk it. I'll make 3 scions. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I would be short of breaking next turn, but with the 3 scries, I think we'll find something good to do. I just don't think Thought Knot hitting, what, 4 more times is quick enough. Some opponents in the tank, they've, yeah, definitely got some interesting cards to use. Not a fan of this art. That explains why they took so long on the sideboarding. The baby. So we know, well, I guess they're brainstorm, so we don't know for certain that they've still got these cards. I guess they're probably putting back these artifact destruction cards. Well, I want to cast this card. Hmm. The It That Heralds does add a hell of a lot of power. Um, I think it's better than a random card. I think I'll bottom the other ones though. Definitely don't want the the opal. I don't love the Vexing Bauble, but it's not terrible. Maybe Vexing Bauble plus If It Heralds is enough. There's enough going on that I'd be okay just keeping those two. If I take It That Heralds, it hits for 5, 6, 7, 8. Puts it to 5. No, let's keep both. Unless like the very next card below those two is like a banger, then this is just going to be the better option. I think Vexing Baubles must be pretty good interaction on their turn where they try and go off, so happy to just try this out. Notably, this attack puts the to below 8, so they can't use a Grizzlebrand activation. Um, yeah. Balls in your court, opponent. If you can beat this, well done. All right, they're going for it. So if it's a shallow grave or a Goryo's, then it's shallow grave. Okay. So you'll get 1 draw 7, and you'll be able to sacrifice. We'll see. The Vexing Bubble could do a lot of work here, so I'm gonna pray that they draw a bunch of LEDs and things that the bubble kind of screws over. And yeah, obviously they're under heaps of pressure, so they're gonna need to probably win it here or put an Atraxa in play. I think they have the sacrifice. Well, they probably kept the sacrifice, so they'll have no shortage of black mana, but I don't know. Don't know what else they're gonna do. A sec. The storm count is 2. So they need a fair bit more. If they've just got like a tendrils kill, it's another 4 spells before the tendrils. I don't think this count as storm copies, I might be wrong. Jeez. Okay. If he does it, just Yorg will. Oh, okay. Game 7. Yeah. Still count 5. I don't think this count as storm copy though. Not sure. Okay, looks like I just want to make another Grizzlebrand. Fair enough. And draw another 7. What's this? Okay. Doesn't seem like they have 10. Oh, yeah. Gain a bunch of life. Then just put a Grizzlebrand back into play. I think now's the time to crack a Bauble. Okay, wasn't sure if they're going to keep going or not, but they seem to be confident enough to keep going. They've already used their sacrifice, and the Vexing Bauble covers a few bases. They need to hit like Dark Ritual, Kabar Ritual, Tendrils, or like that into or Dark Ritual, Kabar Ritual, Yorg's Will, GG. I don't know about that. You have a Grizzlebrand in play. I still hadn't answered that. I'll take it. That would have been pretty good. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, yeah, we would have had that. Oh yeah, easy. Yeah, definitely wasn't game just yet, but it does look like the result would have been a win for us still. Cool deck. I haven't actually seen a variant of Storm Reanimator that's like kind of this cohesive and like yeah, it's interesting to see that kind of both game plans in effect and kind of working together. Cool deck. Well, thanks for watching. See you next time.